Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, hello guys, back to me, and nice to meet you today. And I will to explain disaster expressive floods. Before, I want to introduce myself. My name is Ahmad Hidayat, NPM G1B019100, and my study program civil engineering. Okay, right now I will explain a natural disaster that is the flooding, and will explain the important role of a civil engineering. We take example in the province named Jakarta, where flood are often hit. I will explain how to mitigate natural disaster expresses flood. Okay, right now during this time the water has always be something very useful and needed for the whole human race. Give how the people living in dry areas without clean water can only be with the first cross-legged in the absence of clean water. They can only hope expand government assistance who will like to share clean water in a region where people drink from the union of cost relation. But it is another story. If water came up with the amount of gas excess, the will cause impact damage and harm the surrounding community. In Indonesia, or rather of Jakarta city, flooding is the problem that often hit the people. Where every time is flooding hit, then I will impact the trouble is society. Today, most the flood that hit the community is troublesome, and the flood resulting from the seed of the trouble that have grown the community accept. The flooding comes from excess method in the gutter, meaning in conscious and crowd the soil layer to the surface of the ground. The seed of the man planting a long time to go and finally harvest by the younger generation. The process of flooding yourself, of course, the rainy season come and the cause water sources as river, sea, lakes, and this no longer hold water have the process and the from air times. Science threshold absorb the water to be used in ingredient of proteins is gone and made a cut the material furniture. When water longer can hold the water, will overflow when and drain in the certain cause impact and the outlook be a bit flown on a large scale will cause harm and damage to the population. If the water is overflowing the seesaw, inching the head, and so on. So who actually is to blame? Most communities often blame the government over the crisis of floods that hit the area, blaming to government for not building added practices to frame building whoever to our thing. If the community is thus tumpuk we're work in the water source, so a river ditches, even there's a blood and happening in Jakarta will also happen if the community does illegal logging and rainforest and Borneo will complete with color meaning is of the Borneo active collects of now. Okay, the next, how to overcome and prevent flood in Indonesia. 1. Make a good water channel. 2. Dispose of the dust and flies. 3. Diligent clean drains. 4. Building for prevention or construction buildings. 5. Plant tree of or plants around the house. 6. Preface the forest. 7. Use the paving stone for the road. And 8. Ref Diffing Project. Okay, the next the role or peranan, the role of the civil engineering in the floods. Peranan sipil di banjir. Okay, I want to explain to me. Okay, right now the role civil engineering. Peranan the role is civil engineering influence. Okay. Okay, talking about the problem of flood electric cause is complex. So the blood bleeding cannot only be solved by one side effort source of structural active, but also must accompany efforts or activity to a structure with effort that are non-structural, and two, structural and non-structural. Well, the main labor structural and non-structural efforts, the following explanation, talking about the problem flooding and the cause and only by one side. Okay, right now the next and the structural. Okay, well, that's meant by exploited non-structural efforts. Here is explanation. Next. Okay, structural effort. Effort of to confront the problem of blooding until the 1960 still control to physical handling structure on the rifle, namely by modifying and referring rifles and building for the control structure various types and activity carried out on rifle and the establishing a blood control system that is planning with curtain capacity and dimension is according with the feasibility so the blood control system will support limitation. Various types of structural activity which are often carried out are at the one. The first and one, prevent overflow of the water or control level or magnitude of bleeding. Embankment in order to prevent blood in the river from overflowing in the flood plains around the river. A flood embankment can boil along with the company building in the cop floods and curtain level. Okay, next. Thus, the embankment building in the can only with frequency of occurrence of blood runoff and not the reserve of blood plain are against the offloading absolutely with the change in the character of blood the level in the control. Okay, 2. Lowering the elevation of blood water in rivers. Create the response. This effort is made so that blood does not cause runoff or at the least reduce runoff of physical active current or can be in the form in channel normalization, expansion and construction of blood canal. Canal implementation requires of the reservoir and more analysis and the order obtain efficient river engineering. The construction of blood canal aims to drain more of protection of the blood flow from the river directly into other rivers. Okay, next and number 3, minimize food dissection in the river. This effort was executed among other by building with reservoirs utilizing low-lying area for blood retention reservoir and controlling blood canal with the fluid discharge becoming smaller. The possibility of blood runoff becomes smaller as well. Okay, the next effort to minimize fluid discharge in the rivers can also be done by reduction the runoff